Well, hello everybody, I'm Mitch, just an old guy in a drone, and I just looked back and noticed that I've been at this FPV stuff for 4 whole months now, so I thought that it would be a good idea to chronicle my first 4 months experience of trying to learn FPV flying, and maybe this will act as a guide, because I know that an awful lot of us camera drone guys are showing more and more of an interest in FPV, and there is a certain learning curve to this that you need to anticipate, because when it comes to flying, this is nothing like flying a gyro stabilized camera drone. And if you're not prepared to do the work and the practice, I think you'll probably find this very frustrating. So I hope that a little walk back through my learning experiences might help you decide if this FPV stuff is actually something that you might want to do. So let's take a walk down memory lane. Hello everybody. Tonight we're going to do an unboxing of my new FPV goggles, the Viper version 2. Okay, this just came today. I've been waiting for it. Came from Amazon, and it's a Happy Model Snapper 1S. It's going to be my first little whoop that I'm going to fly, and I thought that I would share the opening of this with you and see if it has what I thought it was going to have. So let's open this thing up here. Okay. Oh my God! Look how small this thing is. I had no idea that they were this tiny. Well, unfortunately, the old Snapper 7 didn't work out too well. It had some problems. It never flew like it was supposed to. So I did send it back to Amazon, and that led to me getting an Eachine M80, which is another small little whoop, brushless motors, 1S, and I thought, well, maybe I better start trying to learn how to fly it line of sight instead of through the goggles. Now, even though this is a recording of the video feed through the goggles, what I'm doing here is actually a line of sight flight, just trying to keep the thing in the air in the stabilized mode, which is pretty much what the camera drones fly in, where if you let go of the sticks, it levels out. So here I am, just trying to fly it around out on a screen porch and get a feel for just how the drone flies, how much stick, how much throttle do I need to keep it in the air before I try it with the goggles. So then I decided to fly the thing inside in a stabilized mode, just to get used to the feeling of flying these things through the goggles. And nice thing about flying indoors, you don't lose the drone, and I started doing pretty good. Practiced for a couple of weeks, 6 to 10 packs a day, and working on a simulator trying to get used to it, but as you can see, still crashing into things and banging around. But that's the beauty of these little whoops, is that you got to hit them pretty hard to throw a proper or break them. But I was starting to get the hang of it, so I thought I'd be brave and go outside. Picked a nice windless morning, because this thing is very, very small and light. Put on the goggles, took off, and the next thing I knew, it felt like I was at flight level 6,000, because it just went up. Now inside, bang into the ceiling. But here I was, flying around up there a couple 100 feet high with this tiny little drone. And I got to tell you, there's quite a little pucker factor involved, yet I'm still in the stabilized mode. So in a lot of respects, it was still like flying a camera drone. You had to push the stick forward to make it go forward. But I think that this whole flight was more obstacle avoidance and reacting to where this thing wanted to go than actually feeling like I was in charge of it. But I was making progress, and it was interesting. And I didn't lose it. My fear was that it might end up on a roof or something. Hey everybody, how are you? I'm Mitch, just an old guy in a drone. Maybe 2 or 3 drones. Anyway, I'm here to talk about my FPV experiences as a rank beginner, just learning this thing, and I am having just a ton of fun. The Emax Tiny Hawk is really becoming one of my favorite drones to learn as a beginner, to learn how to fly on. So while I continue to practice my flying and practice on the simulator, I started building drones. And as an old RC guy, I really enjoy building, so I may have gotten a little carried away here, but I started doing custom builds, and I did some custom build live streams, and they were a lot of fun, and some custom build videos. And turns out that over a period of a couple, 3 months, I ended up building 5 drones and test flying them, and flying them in the acro mode, very basically, nothing fancy, but just beginning to hone my flying skills. And even though I've got a long way to go, I can see improvement every day, and I'm feeling more and more confident and really, really enjoying all the aspects of this hobby, from the technical side of building, even beta flight. I actually enjoy delving into the technicalities of beta flight, programming the drones, flying them, and thinking about what I want to do next. So this is where I'm at after 4 months. This particular flight, I flew last weekend with my little Tyro 79, a drone that I replaced the motors and the camera on, and even though it's just a little 3-inch drone, it flies like a bigger one, and it's just a lot of fun, and it's perfect for smaller areas like this little office park. The question is this hobby for you? Well, in 4 months, I've discovered that this hobby is definitely for me, because it has all of the things that I really find interesting: the technology, the flying, the sport of it. But I hope this little video has shown you a lot of the different aspects of FPV flying, and what you probably need to go through to get started in it with some degree of success, and continue in the hobby until you become better and better and gain more and more confidence. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short little video of my short 4 months experience learning to build and fly FPV, and I hope there was something valuable in it that you might have garnered if you're considering this hobby for yourself. So with that, everybody have a great day. Take the rest of the day off, and whether it be camera or FPV, go play with your drones. See you next time.